Salute to all my boxing people. I want to say shout out to all my real ones. You know how I started out, the same old thing. But I have to talk about the zone card last night. Oh my God. DC was in the building. Uh Baltimore was in the building. Upton was in the building. For all y'all don't know who Upton is Calvin Ford, Kenny Ellis, Squeeze, all them guys, man. Um, oh my God, it was a DAZN show, and that was one of the best shows I've seen this year so far without a super duper star. Oh, it was a great show. Um, uh, we're gonna start it out with Mia Ellis. Mia Ellis they call her the Queen Bee. She from Upton, Baltimore, rising star. She lost two fights. She put on a hell of a show last night. She looked good. She just wouldn't throw no punches for some reason. And it was for some type of belt. And she lost. She lost. She lost. And I was kind of like, wow, man. She looked good, but she need to go back to the drawing board and work on her aggressiveness. She wasn't aggressive at all. At all. And then we had Malik Warren out of Upton Gym, out of Baltimore. Coach Ford and Ellis coached him also. He fought a six-rounder. I think he looked good. He fought a Marine. It was back and forth. It was the guy was black. I can't recall his name, but it was a great fight. But Malik lost. Malik Warren lost also. He lost on the card. And they asked him what he thought about his performance. He said he gave his performance a D. I just didn't understand why he was sitting in the pocket. And but the Marine was tough. The Marine was super tough, man. You can't take that away from him. You cannot take that away from him at all. He was just tough, man. He was real tough. I'm talking about super tough. And Malik Warren was trying to walk him down, and the boy just wasn't having it. He wasn't having it at all, man. And then you had Giovanni Marquez, the son of Manuel Marquez. He looked good, great. He looked damn good. Awesome fighter. He fought to a split decision. I think his movement was spectacular. His footwork, he need work. You could tell that he's just really turning pro. But with a dad as Manuel, they'll go back to the drawing board and fix, the issues. He won, and it was a good fight. It was a real good fight. Damn good fight, man. That card was just out of sight, man. That was like I said, that was one of the best cards I've seen in a while. This year has been a great year of boxing. Um, I can honestly say the fans won this year. And then you had uh, JALIL Hackett as the co-main. I, I, man, listen to me when I say this. JALIL Hackett out of DC. I just said something about him in my last upload. JALIL Hackett will be the 147-pound world champion soon. And you know what was so crazy about that card? Most of them guys that fought on that card was not with the zone. Like JALIL Hackett is Mayweather Promotions. But let me tell you about this guy, man. This kid, man, he put on a clinic. I'm talking about a real live clinic. And the guy he fought was super tough. I don't know if he was Mexican but at first round they was banging. But JALIL, he, oh my God, man, he looked so good. He he was he was all over the place, and he didn't it wasn't no leverage or no. It was right there in the pocket. Blow for fucking blow. May the best man win. Dope, super dope fight. I give it a 10. Lil Hackett stopped him. And let me tell you, man, I said this before I seen this fight. So no one can say, I'm just meeting them. I've been running with with them for a little minute. But anyway, because JALIL Hackett run with Upton, which is Calvin Ford, Kenny Ellis, and all them. That's all the same gang. It's just that the Russells don't fuck with them, but JALIL does. Now JALIL been in the gym with with um with the Russells for years since he was a little kid. You know, that's who, a lot of his warrior. I'm gonna make a word real quick. Warriorism come from. You know, he said that the Russell's father told him the best way to do it is to take a man's will. Whew. He said the best way to beat a man in the ring is to take his will from him. Take his will to win. Take everything from him. And that's how that boy fight. And that's how Gary fight. That's how Antoine fight. And that's how the other brother fight. Just like that, bro. They take the will out of a man. And that was deep. That was super deep to me. In this beautiful sport of boxing that I love so much. The main event was this kid he was out of the gym with Ognogs out in Robert Garcia. He lost 3 fights before he came on with Robert Garcia. Um, uh, he was super tough. Super tough. His name was His name was Louis Torres. He fought Sensito Gomez. Now, let me tell you something about Louis Torres. He lost 3 fights. But don't quote him for that. Because Robert Garcia changed everything about him. If he made it to the main event of a card like that, he's been putting in work. And he has. But that boy, Gomez, and that's the 135 division, man. That boy Gomez, man, was something to reckon with. I'm talking about, man, they banged for 8 whole rounds, man. I'm talking about they banged for 8 rounds. Louis lost, and I felt kind of like, wow, you know, like all the work he putting in, and he comes so far, and he, but hey man, when you dealing with the elite, it's a whole different ball game, man. It's a whole different thing. But it was a great card, man. All the fights was dope. I really, really, really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it so much that I went back and watched the whole card again. And I said I have to upload this. It was definitely a great card. I want to let all my peoples know that within the next uh within the next week or two, notifications will be going out to to who I want them to go out to for my live show, my first live show. Um YouTube is letting me do it, but they limiting me to the time that I can be live. Also, they limited me to the time. Also, my uh, my notifications gonna go out like 24 to 48 hours before, and I'm setting that up. That'll be sometime this week. Definitely the following week. Um, my first live show. Uh, I'm excited about that. I'm super duper excited about that. I was um I was online with YouTube and Google for about an hour and a half yesterday, and they walked me through it, and you know telling me things, and giving me the game and how things work, and how you go about doing this, and you know you can do this and do that, and they showed me how to make a short, and I went online and I did it, and it came out perfect. And Google, and I have to say YouTube showed me. They said make your shorts, put your shorts out there. You know, whatever you do with your shorts, it could be boxing, it could be anything, it could be just you chilling or whatever. But that's a good way to get subscribers. It's a good way to get views also, and that all goes with Rajan Pittman champions. It don't matter. I didn't know that, but Google uh, spent time with me yesterday and walked me through it, man. I salute Google and YouTube for that. I really appreciate that. Um, they gave me a lot of ins and out of how things go, and even as far as when you wanna come on and bring like a, like, say if you wanna advertise something and stuff like that. They got into that with me, you know. It was all good, you know. I wrote everything down, and you know, uh, and then he even did a snippet live for me. It was like a 20-second live that they did, and it was crazy, man. The screen looked totally different. I was in awe, and I'm so excited. I thank God, you know, and I say, you know, hard work and dedication, man. You know, it's nothing you can't do. God first, man, and it's gonna work. Like when you put work in, that's what comes back. It's a saying, and the saying goes like this: what you reap is the only thing what you sow, what you gonna sow. I believe in that. I live by that. I stand by that. And you only as good as the people who you have around you. You know, um, I'm solo. I'm dolo. I always been dolo for the last 20 years of my life. You know, um, I do me. You know, I'm not rambling. I'm just telling you about me. I love the sport of boxing. And before I lost my wife, this is something she really wanted me to do. And we had time to talk and things like that. And she just told me to dedicate yourself to it and just keep doing it. And because I used to be sitting there just you know, watching this stuff and watching it and watching it. She said, you could do the same thing. You know, you could do the same thing. That's when I was transitioning from the streets, and my life was coming full circle, and I started it, and I said, you know what, man, I'm gonna be big in this. I'm gonna be big in this. This is my calling right here. Right here. This is my calling. I want to say salute to all the real ones. Shout out to my big brother Malik, my big brother Daoud, and Hassan. Y'all know who y'all are. Love you guys, man. Keep it popping, and y'all know my shit. Jersey.